Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. How are we doing? Hello, hello. I hope you all are having a very good day today or night, wherever you are. Hi, Lyra. Hi, Reggie. Hi, Yon. Hi, Mundo. Hi, Theatrical Rose. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Love the game. I know it's very... I love the words. I love the words. Although, every time I do it, I swear I just am making up the words. I keep creating new words every time I play that. It's a talent, truly. Hi, Violet. Aw, Mommy G. Little baby. Me too. You feel my pain, Mundo. You feel my pain. Okay. Here's your fairy wink wonk. Bonnie. If I remember the thing. Do I? Yes. Hello. So, if you guys haven't already, join the freebie queue for a chance for a free reading today. It's !join on Twitch. And if you're on YouTube, you can ask and I'll add you to the queue. Just remember that free readings are chosen randomly. However, if you would like a guaranteed reading during stream today, you are welcome to donate to my Kofi, just like the little donate/tip button. You get more cards and your reading's guaranteed. But yeah. You redeemed the first BB. Ooh, okay. Thank you for telling me. I see that. Okay. Let me start getting my cards out and then I'll do a little BB boop. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Cards. My collection is growing. I'll put this here. I have so many boxes now. Where's my other one? Okay. Okay. Let's get BWee. Here is your BWee Boops Violet. Boop 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 boop. Boop 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 boop. Thank you for the first BWee Boop. Boom boom. Okay. How was my morning? My morning was pretty good. I woke up super early even though I went to bed kind of late. But I mean it was still decent. I woke up at like 8:30 this morning. Naturally. So that was good. It gave me time to play a bit of Heartopia this morning with my friends. Bum, bum, bum. But yeah. I have felt a little anxious today. Not too bad, just a little bit, you know. But yes, I've been obsessed with Heartopia. Obsessed. Like, I'm on that daily gardening grind. But the last couple days I haven't had as much time to play, so I've just been gardening and getting money from that, from my lettuce. I still gotta get through the... Oh, you can actually, like, there's a way you can, like, meet up at the same town, Violet, even if you, like, have just started the game. So if we're ever playing at the same time, I can let you know. I figured out a way. Because I think what I did for Nyx when Nyx and Tapini first started playing is, like, I just had them tell me what town number they were in, and then I just searched for that or something like that. But yeah. Yeah, you just have to make sure you're in the same server. We figured out, because there's like global, there's like the American one and some other ones. So like if you're like in American and then you have a friend in global, you guys can't meet up. You have to make a new character, unfortunately. Well, yeah. Anyways, let me take out my cards. And we are gonna pick the first free reading in a moment. So if you haven't joined already, join the queue, ! Join on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, you can ask and I'll add you. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Yeah, you know what's funny is I feel like I've only been I've been mostly talking to Tapini recently through Heartopia. Like I'll just wake up in the morning and then if Tapini's on, I go and say hi and we talk, you know, in Heartopia. I know, I'm like, I need to actually just, I've been meaning to actually message you, Tapini, like, on Discord again, not just through the game. Okay, and we will take these ones out when I need them. Oh, yeah, I noticed. Yeah, I just, to be honest, I never, like, read what that winter quest was, but I noticed every time I was emoting with my friends, there was a snowflake. So, I'm like, okay, I'm doing something. You're playing Minecraft? I hope you have fun. Okay. Who's gonna be the first freebie? We shall see. Okay. We are gonna do you, Rose. Congratulations, you have been chosen for a free reading. So let me know what your question is, let me know what kind of reading you're wanting, and if you would like, you can choose from one of my freebie spreads right here. But yeah, no worries if you have a specific question or anything like that and you're not sure about the spread, we will figure it out. These are more of a suggestion. Yeah, just let me know what kind of reading you're wanting. I'm gonna drink some more water. make sure you all are hydrating. Please. Please hydrate. Thank you so much for the follow, no tomato juice. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a good day. I'm hydrating with coffee. Well, Violet, unfortunately, despite being a liquid, coffee is actually quite dehydrating. So make sure you have a bit of water too. I also love my coffee. I had my coffee. I can't decide between A or C, so you pick me. General A or Love and Other Connections A and C? General, okay. Let's do General C. Advice, current energy, possible future. I feel like that's always a good one. Alrighty. And is there anything specific? Any group or area in your life you would like me to look at? Or do you just want to see what comes through? I thought my cat jumped out the window. She was in my dress. Oh my gosh! I was sipping on an energy drink like 3 a.m., 7 a.m. now. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad the little kitty was in the dresser. I have a cat and dog in Heartopia. I mean, I have dogs in real life too, but in Heartopia this morning, bro, they were just like in my walls. I don't like literally in my walls, and I couldn't access them for a minute. It was crazy. See what comes through. Alrighty, I will write you down. So I'm gonna shuffle off camera, so this is still gonna be up. Just so you know, Rose. Because of the way I shuffle, I do it like close to my body, if that makes sense, so it doesn't really show up on camera. But I will show you your cards after I shuffle and get you your timestamp. Okay, theatrical Rose. I love all the facial tracking Bridger has, but when my expression looks tired, so does my model. That's embarrassing. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think there's you could adjust it. Like, I know at least with VTube Studio, you can adjust, for example, like your smile. So like, even if you have like a blank face, you can like mess with like how much you're smiling and stuff. But yeah, I try to be really expressive so it picks it up. Although ever since getting my new phone, I've noticed the expressions and like tracking has been just even better, which makes sense. Okay, so you want General C. Advice, current energy, possible future. But yeah, I'm purposely a more expressive IRL when using my model. Although I will say sometimes I am expressive just in general IRL, just because I do that just to be silly. Sometimes, even when I'm just with my dogs, because I'm just goofy. I'm goofy like that. Okay, let's pull for your energy, Rose. I do be a goofy goober. Alright, what do we need to know about Rose's current energy? But yeah, if you are not in my Discord server and you haven't heard, I do have art commissions open now. I have 1 spot left. If you guys want to check it out, I have a place in my Discord where you can look at all the commission info, art commission info. I also do private readings, private tarot readings as well on there. Or you're just welcome to join my Discord if anyone wants to. You can get updates about what I'm doing. That's the best place to get updates for me, to be honest. You can hang out with the community. Very chill in there. Yeah, I made Remy a PNG tuber. Okay. Remy, trust. Oh yeah, Remy, if you look at my Kofi where the commissions are, I like made a little gif of you and Botan's PNG tuber. That took me forever. It took too long, but I made a little gif. Rose. Okie dokie. Source, trust me. Hi, Saint. How are you? I hope you're doing good. Oh my gosh, Saint is also amazing artist. Amazing artist. Saint's art is absolutely phenomenal. Okay, possible feature. You've been sick for like a week now? Oh no! Oh, I hate that. That's awful. I hope you get better soon. Make sure you rest and drink your soup. You want a glump emote? Ooh, pretty card. Okay, and then the last one, Spirit. What do we do? Yeah, Rebby's giving me flashbacks. What is the advice? Okay. Cool. Now let me get your timestamp. Ugh, it just looks like so different on camera. There we go. Yeah, these two are newer tarot decks I got for Christmas. Okay, Rose. So, Your timestamp is 36 minutes and 10 seconds. So since I'm streaming on both Twitch and YouTube, if you ever want to rewatch a reading, you can do so over on my YouTube channel. All my streams save there afterwards. I usually put the timestamp in the comments below when stream is over. And let me write that in my book. Yeah, of course, Rose. Of course, of course. I know, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with these cards. Okay. Hold on, let me sip some water. So, for your current energy, we have the Beaver. For your possible future, we have, you know, I forgot. Hold on, wait, let me see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7, the 7 of Cups in reverse. I don't know if I'm gonna learn Roman numerals, guys. We'll see. Maybe it'll happen in like 5 years after using these cards. I believe this is the 7 of Cups, but I'll double check. And finally, for your advice card, we have the 8 of Wands. Okay. So in general, your energy right now is very much giving Capricorn energy. You do not have to be a Capricorn, but that's just the energy. I'm a Capricorn sun. I also have Capricorn in some other planets as well, but I am very Capricorn. Anyways, the reason why I bring that up is because Capricorns are very hardworking, determined individuals, and Beavers are also very hardworking and determined. So I don't know if you're in this mode of like constantly doing things or working, generating ideas even, but there's just this energy of like movement and doing and just like on the go and just being very set. I heard set in your ways, so I don't know if like just the life you're living right now is very consistent and similar day to day. Yeah, so that's the initial things I'm getting with this energy. I'm helping with the Minecraft theater show and I'm the main choreographer, and on the side I'm in college. Whoa, that's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, it's that energy of like being on the daily grind, you know? Yeah, so let's look at your Beaver page real quick. This is an earth energy for this deck. Oh no, not earth, it's water, sorry. Water. I need to get on the ground with the... Yes, you do, Remy. You got this, I believe. You just got it. You gotta go. You gotta do the things. And I also think... Isn't Shay a voice actor as well? I don't know if, like, you could talk to Shay about that stuff. Yeah. Super cool. Moon, do you play on Global? I play on the American, I believe. Yeah, because... Yeah, I'm pretty sure a group of us that play are on the American ones. Okay, let me find out Beaver. Where the heck is it? Oh, I found it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, thank you for checking, Nix. Thank you for checking. So here's the page in case you want to pause it in the future. So, the keywords are hard worker, loyal, tireless, family first. The beaver personality is a welcomed sight. These good-natured and dependable creatures have infinite love and enthusiasm for family and express it by the way of the earth element, providing a home, financial stability. Although a beaver doesn't usually initiate a project, once started, they'll work steadily for weeks, months, or years to see it through. The beaver card appears when the task at hand requires your long-term, steady effort. It can also signify that it's time for some karma yoga, selfless service. When in balance, happy, meaningful work. When out of balance, feels useless, worn out. To bring into balance, physical labor, selfless service. Yeah, I'm just looking at how, like, this beaver just has, like, a cute expression. Like, look at it. It's got its little mouth open. It's just like... Which is funny, because it's always so interesting with these cards, because I just, like, will get such different interpretations with the same card. But I would definitely keep moving forward with this energy. Like, I feel like you have a good system going, you have a good flow, and I feel like it's really, really gonna pay off. So especially if you're not seeing results or seeing the full outcome yet, I guess, if that makes sense, you will. I promise you that. If you're ever having moments where you're just like, man, I really hope this is leading me to where I need to be, or where I want to go, you know, trust that all this effort and work you've been putting into everything is going somewhere, and it's for a reason, and it's for your benefit. So yeah, I feel like this is good confirmation, especially if you've been having any doubts, that keep following this flow. And especially, I know, being in college and stuff, sometimes, I mean, that's definitely a time where a lot of people are trying to figure themselves out and trying to figure out, like, you know, am I on the right path? Honestly, I feel like even throughout, like, life, even as an adult and even as growing older, you'll still have phases of life where you are wondering, like, you know, is this the right path, you know? And sometimes we change, and but yeah, for now, I think keep following this flow, and I'll get into that a bit more with this advice card. But first, let's look into your possible future with this 7 of Cups, I believe. I'm gonna double check though. Okay, good, because I panic sometimes that I'm not eating something. Yeah, I feel that. But yeah, there's a confirmation to just trust and know that you are doing good. And that all your effort is not for nothing, I promise. Okay. 7 of Cups. Or chalices in this deck. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Okay. Here's the page in case you want to pause it in the future. So, the 7 of Chalices reversed. And again, this is your possible future. So anytime I talk about the future, please take it with a grain of salt. The future is always changing. Energy is always changing. I could be right. I could be wrong. So just remember that. But reversed 7 of Cups. Though your imagination is vibrant and seemingly limitless, it is misapplied to feeding your deepest anxieties. You are limited by your potential fears and fail to make brave choices. So I think something to be aware of is, you might be kind of indecisive, or maybe you will become indecisive, especially when you approach, like, maybe a fork in the road with the journey that you're on, and you might not be very confident or sure of the choices you'll have to make. Maybe there's some future things that you know will eventually come up. And you'll start to spiral and like think about all the different options, and it's good to think, obviously, and think ahead. However, sometimes that becomes a bit of a disadvantage. I know it does for me. You know, there's pros and cons to the anxious mind, or the mind that's always thinking about stuff. Because like I said, it's good because sometimes, you know, like for me, for example, I'll meet people, or, you know, there's people I know very well who I'm like, how do you not like think this far ahead? Like, you're not like thinking about all this, you know, like in the future. So like there's good and there's you know, negatives to it, but I think it's, in general, it's just a message of don't be afraid to take a leap or to take risks. And I think that's the big message here with your future. You know, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to take leaps, to take risks. Sometimes you might regret it when you don't take those options. So yeah, I think that's the message I have for you about your possible future is, don't be afraid to be brave and take a chance. Especially, I feel like a lot of times we do have those moments where, you know, we take a risk, we take a chance, and sometimes it doesn't work out, and there's a lesson in that. But sometimes it does work out, and sometimes that was a very important thing to do. But overall, just trust yourself. Trust yourself and not your fears, is what I just heard in my head. Trust you. Sometimes we're always thinking about what could go wrong, that we're not thinking about what could go right. So try to think about it from that perspective as well. Think about what would happen if it did go well, you know? Because that's something that's very good to consider as well. Gosh, I felt that way for almost. Yeah. Funny enough, that advice has been following me for years, to take risks and be brave. It keeps appearing and very nervous when I think about it. Yeah, that's understandable. And it's okay, you know, you know, it's obviously all up to you. You do it when you feel ready to. So consider the positive side and just think it. Yes. Yes, that's something I've been teaching myself the last couple of years, and it has helped me greatly. Focusing more on the positive and thinking about it, you know, because it's not to say like just to ignore the negatives or not think about it, but you know, I'm very much a person who will just spiral about all the negatives. I'm honestly very anxious. I'm a very anxious person. I deal with anxiety basically on the daily, you know. So I get it, but you know, making especially the more you do it, the more you make an active effort to think about the positives or seek out that perspective of things, it'll become easier. But yeah, so now for your advice. We have the 8 of Wands. Hold on, let me sip some water. So the 8 of Wands, funnily enough, this is also literally the card of a lot of action happening, a lot of like just go, shooting all these arrows, doing all these things, getting the task list done. This is very much the energy of like powering through, and there's so much movement. Because the wands are all about like action, activity, what we are actually doing, actually taking action on. That's what the wands are about. And this is very much, you know, I'm giving you permission to, yes, whatever you are doing, it is working or is working for your benefit of the future. And like I was saying with the beaver, keep that flow going. Let me read what it says for this one. 8 of Wands. Oops, there we go, 8 of Wands. Yes, okay. And again, this is your advice card. So, the message of this card is very simple. Events are moving very quickly. You are compelled to act, almost without thinking. You must go along with your gut feeling and trust that it is the right choice. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of also mentioning what we were talking about here is trust your gut feeling and trust that it is the right choice. All this action, all these things you're taking, trust that you are going to make the right choices. Or even if you make choices that you'll end up making mistakes or things don't always go as planned, those are still just as important. You know, we don't learn just from success. We learn a lot more from failure. And the thing is, a lot of people, I think, don't... You know, a lot of people get stuck in that, stuck in the fact that, like, oh my gosh, I'm making mistakes and I'm failing, I feel horrible. Which, you know, it's okay to feel that way, right? But a lot of times people miss the fact that there's a lesson in that, or there's something you can learn. There's something you can take from that to move forward in the future. So don't be afraid of making mistakes. You don't have to be perfect when moving forward in this path. Trust, like I said, trust your gut feeling. Trust your intuition rather than just your fear. Because sometimes trusting your fear is pulling you behind or holding you back. So yeah. You must go along with your gut feeling and trust that it is the right choice. Yeah. Okay. I think that's where I'm going to end your reading, Rose. I feel like all of that was very, very straightforward, you know? But yeah, I hope that resonated. I hope that helped. At the very least, I hope you enjoyed listening to me yap, you know? If you ever want to rewatch your reading, you can do so over on my YouTube with the timestamp I gave you. Thank you, Muno. Keep them on. Yeah, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Yeah. Okay. It helped a ton. Thank you for 30. Of course, I'm so glad it helped. Okay, let's remove Rose from the queue. Okay, so I go on ad breaks between readings. But don't worry, I will be back in a couple minutes. If you have not already joined the freebie queue, it's !join on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, you can ask and I'll add you to the queue. Just remember, free readings are chosen randomly. I probably won't get to everyone who wants a free reading, but I do have guaranteed donation readings available during stream. If you're wanting a guaranteed reading during stream, you get more cards and your reading's prioritized and everything. That you can get through my Kofi link in the pinned message. But yeah, okay, I will see you all in a couple minutes after the ads. Yo, I'm back. I will let you guys finish this one. Maybe I'll type 2 if I'm not just making up words. Let's see. Okay. Oh my god, my brain. Oh, I didn't see that. You already got that one. Let's go. I got a real word. Oh, this one's... Ooh, Madam's a good one, Lyra. Oh, you need 2 A's. Wait, was that one? Dang. Oh my gosh. Aw, man. Let's go. Wow. Good job, everyone. Handshakes, handshakes, handshakes. Alright, let's see the score. Remy, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Remy feels like the final boss with this word games. Although you all have a disadvantage because I'm not always paying attention when I'm on BRB, so man, it just makes me I just need to read my books again. I just need to read my books. I need my reader brain back. I do. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. Okay. Remy cheating for yeah. I don't have my glasses on, y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you for following Rain on You. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a good day. Okay. Oh, what happened to my Kofi bar? Hello? Why is it like that? You good, bro? I think Kofi's having problems today, I'm not gonna lie, because the website took a minute to load. Hopefully that doesn't affect things if anyone donates. But yeah, okay. We are gonna do the next free reading. We're gonna pick from the queue, so if you haven't joined already, it's !join on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, you can ask and I'll add you to the queue. Just know that free readings are chosen randomly, so there's a chance you might not get one today. However, if you are wanting a guaranteed reading during stream, you are welcome to donate to my Kofi. You get more cards and a guaranteed reading. But obviously that's optional. But yes, we are about to pick the next freebie for today. Let's see. So we have Mundo, Violet, Lyra, Nyx, and Remy in the queue. And anyone else is welcome to join. The next reading is gonna go to Violet. Violet, are you still here? Are you still hanging around? I will give Violet a minute, and if not, we will do someone else. Yeah, I do have someone else. If Violet's not here. Can you do me after a different person? Can you do it? Yeah, no worries, Violet. That's okay. That's okay. We shall do Nyx then. Nyx, are you around? Let me know. Thank you, Mundo. Thank you for the communication. Yes, DJ has all the Heartopia knowledge you could ask for, really. DJ got me into Heartopia, and then I got my other friends into Heartopia. A good time. I thought about streaming it. I think it'd be a fun game to stream for a little bit. Hopefully my computer can handle it. I will be sad. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, I will give Nyx like 30 more seconds, and then we'll pick someone else. Okay. Lyra, are you hanging around? I know you've been in chat. Hi, Lyra. You've been chosen for a freebie today. So yeah, let me know what kind of reading you're wanting. Let me know if you have a specific question, or if you would like to just pick from one of the freebie spreads right here. Let me know what I can do for you. 1717 in Brazil. Ooh, okay, I'll make a wish. I'll take a love and other connections. Ooh, okay. Do you have a spread preference? And what kind of connection are you wanting to look into? Are you wanting to look into a connection with someone right now? Or perhaps a future person? Aw, it's okay, Nyx. It's okay. There will be other chances, I promise. Future person would be nice. I'm a single Pringle. Okie dokie, we can do that. We can probably just do love and other connections A if you would like, so we can pull a card of kind of like what your energy is like in this connection, and what their energy is like, and what the relationship might be like. And I'm assuming you want a romantic reading, right? Your little emote is so cute. The little rocking chocobo. Okie dokie. This is exciting. I love readings. Future love readings. Alrighty. Oh, no worries, Nix. I just said you will have other chances, I promise. And also, you're my friend, so you know that sometimes I can pull cards and stuff for my friends quickly. So don't worry. Don't stress. Okay. Lily pad Lyra. We are doing a future love reading. Don't stress. Yeah, I know. Okay. Let me put this card back. Pringles. Oh man, I haven't had Pringles in forever. I don't remember the last time I had Pringles. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle your cards now, Lyra. Ooh, I can't remember if I've tried pizza Pringles. What is Lyra's energy in this possible future connection? Ugh. Almost dropped my cards. Oh, okay. That's a cute card. Okay, and then what is Lyra's person? Ooh. What is their energy? Okay. And now get us some information about this connection. Anyway, sorry. Don't apologize, Willie. It's okay. Hi, how you doing, Willie? No, I welcome you to share your silly thoughts. Because I share my silly thoughts. Oh. I feel a lot of excitement with this energy. Especially because the cards are like literally falling out of my hands. Okay. What should we know about this connection? Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm excited. Okay. I heard that man. I had a feeling you would pick that up. It's probably because I'm doing your reading. Lyra, I swear, ever since I watched the musical literally a few days ago, I wake up every day and it's just playing in my head because I have a very silly ADHD brain, and so there's just always things in my brain, including music. I just always have background tabs in my brain, and it's just been entirely Phantom of the Opera. And I'm not complaining. Okay. Let me get your timestamp. You've been called a walking jukebox? Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's just always things in my brain, always. My brain is just kind of loud all the time. Okay, let me copy this. So, Lyra, your timestamp is 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 9 seconds. So, since I am streaming on both Twitch and YouTube right now, if you ever want to rewatch your reading, you can do so over on my YouTube channel. All my streams save there afterwards. I usually put the timestamp in the comments below and stream is over. My laptop glitched out so badly when you rolled it. Oh no! Well, I'm glad you fixed it. Okay. Hello! Hi, Big the Cat! How are you? I hope you're having a good day. Okay. Let me sip some water. Okay, Lara. So, representing you in this possible romantic connection, we have the dolphin. This is you. Representing your possible person, your possible partner in the future, we have the whale. And some information about how this relationship might be. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Dude, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this reading. I just have such like giddy feelings. It's so cute, isn't it? This is you. Like, bro, look at this little face. This card makes me so happy. Ugh. Especially these colors and everything. Okay. I definitely feel like this is a very harmonious connection, very happy. And by the way, I'm not even just like saying this, like, because there's definitely been times where I've gotten future love readings and they're not always just like happy, you know? But for this energy, I just can't stop smiling. I feel very giddy. There's a lot of, I feel like relief, happiness. The fact that you both are water types, both in the ocean as well. Not even just that you're water types, like the fact that you're both like in the ocean, hanging out, you know. That tells me that you guys are probably going to be very similar. can probably relate to each other, especially emotionally. I think this person is really good at connecting to you in an emotional way. I feel like they're open with their emotions. I feel like they might be kind of picky who they open up their emotions to. I feel like they almost, you know, they might on the outside, or like if you just meet them, they might not really be that expressive outwardly, especially when you just meet them. But I think when they trust people, when they trust you enough, they really start to open up. And you're probably similar, but especially with them, I feel like, I don't know, this person feels very like, they have this like I guess deep mysterious energy vibe, you know, like they're almost like their energy almost feels like they might kind of feel intimidating to some people, not in like a weird or scary way. It's just more like they just have this like presence, you know, like people are kind of like curious, but they're not always going to like try to have a conversation with this person, I guess. That's kind of the vibes I get. Like honestly, I feel like people might be surprised how chill this person is, because it just makes me think of like how big whales are, and how like you know, what if other people are like smaller creatures, they're just like, whoa. You know, they're just like, that's a big creature, you know. It might be a little intimidating, but I feel like they're very, actually just a very chill person, very kind. I need this manifesting super. Yes, I'm manifesting this for you. I mean, it's great that this is what I'm pulling for you, honestly. Like I said, like especially with future love readings, it can change. Things can change, you know, take it with a grain of salt. However, I do believe we can manifest and attract this energy. For sure. And a whale and dolphin may continue to, oh yeah. But yeah, I think it's really beautiful. You guys are both like these creatures, sea creatures, you know, like you're very similar, but you know, you still have your differences. I feel like they could probably ground you a lot. They probably have a lot of experience in the world, a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. I feel like this is good for your mind, because I feel like you're like, I see you like swimming around and zooming, and sometimes that's good, but sometimes I think you're like me, Lyra, and you have a lot of anxiety and you have a lot of, your brain and stuff is just going, and this person I feel like would probably be good at calming you down or grounding you, you know, having this kind of like solid energy, which is really good because I also need that. So I understand. But yeah, okay, let's look at these pages. I'm always a ball of anxiety. Yeah, me too. I understand. I still, I had kind of just stopped driving. I also don't really have a car right now because I gave it to someone. But I'm just anxious. But just in general, I live my life very anxiously as well. on the daily, I kind of spiral into despair a little bit, at least a few times a week. But yeah, I understand. Okay, dolphin. But yeah, it's like the water energy that really is coming through, and like, I feel like you've especially needed that, because I feel like there's probably been a lack of that, especially in recent times, with romantic connections, from what I'm seeing. It's just like the fact that that's just being pointed out so vividly to me, if that makes sense. It's almost like you're kind of waiting for like the kind of rain that gently washes over you. And it's like rain or water, or like Like maybe in the past you've only gotten like sprinkles of like that emotional connection when it comes to your romantic life. And you've really been seeking someone that you can actually dive into the water with, rather than just having bits of rain every once in a while. I think I don't know, I'm kind of channeling that, like maybe you haven't, it's been like whiplash, it's been up and down. You also haven't felt like secure and as safe as you want to in your romantic connections. Like you're really seeking that like safety. Okay. So this is the dolphin. This is you, in case you want to pause it in the future. Okay. Keywords: innately intelligent, healer, light, blessings. The gifts of the dolphin are beyond what our human minds can grasp. Dolphin personalities are often drawn to the healing arts, as they are sensitive to the subtle and enjoy working on the level of spirit. It's easy for dolphin types to underestimate the impact they make in the world. These creatures play such an important role in the wheel of karma that coming in contact with a dolphin type will change the entire course of your day, and thus your life. This card can also indicate a profound blessing is on the way. When in balance, active healer, strong spiritual practice. When out of balance, underestimates own power. To bring into balance, like-minded spirits. Oh, I'm getting a little emotional now. I feel like for a long time now, Lyra, you maybe have felt like you've lost touch with certain parts of yourself, or maybe you have days where you're more in this like, as it says, like light healer energy, this just like this brightness. But I feel like a lot of the time nowadays you're more so in the darkness, and you're disconnected from certain parts of yourself that you love and that you wish you could be in that energy all the time. But I think you do have a very healing presence, but it's kind of like this lake of your energy. You have a lot of kindness and a lot of things to give and to offer, but maybe that's kind of been drained from you for a while now. And I especially think you give so much to others, even when your lake is like basically empty. And yeah, for a while you've just kind of been in this survival mode. And I think you might get really upset at yourself because, you know, you don't want to be like this. And maybe sometimes there's certain emotions, like you get upset or angry, or maybe you've even like lashed out at people, or I don't know, just like getting into these moods. And just these things, these feelings, these thoughts, these experiences that you're having, you know, that almost feel like out of your control, and you just wish things were different. I feel like this connection will help a lot with all of that you've been dealing with, and will help bring you closer to yourself and to who you are, and the parts of yourself that you miss and that you wish you could be in every day, if that makes sense. I think this person might inspire you to see yourself differently, and to see all the good that is there inside of you. I feel like this person is kind of there to show you, but obviously it's still up to you to nurture yourself and love yourself. You know, that's a part of the journey. We can't just rely on the other person to do that for us. Especially when we are in connections like this, oftentimes, you know, it's because we have started feeding into ourselves more. So I think some advice for you, Lyra, is to do your best to just take care of you and to nurture yourself so that you can be there for this person as well and be there for yourself. Because a lot of times we don't, well, you know, it's different for everyone, right? But I see this all the time where the right person, the right kind of love starts to show up in our lives when we're ready for it, when we are in a loving energy towards ourselves. So I think one of the best things you can do right now is to learn to love yourself more and learn to at least even just, because I think loving yourself is like a very big journey that a lot of us are on throughout our lives, but even just like tolerating yourself more and being kind, being more gentle, being more aware of your own needs and putting that towards you. Manifesting so hard, I want to be bubbling there present. Yeah, and I feel like this relationship will give you that opportunity to connect with yourself like that again. But it will take effort, and it will take willingness of you being willing to not be so hard on yourself, being willing to be kind to you and not just others. That's kind of the ironic thing, is if you want this kind of love, you can't just keep giving all this water from your empty lake. You have to start filling up your lake, filling up this water, so you have the space for that. I also think you might connect more. I don't know how spiritual you are, but I do know, you know, you read tarot as well. And I think I've heard you talk about deities and stuff before, but you might also connect more with like your spiritual side as well, with this person or just in this time of your life. But yeah, I see a lot of joy with this dolphin energy, just a lot of freedom and feeling good and just having the energy. I think that's a big thing, is like having the energy to kind of be like how you used to and connect with that part of you that you miss. Okay, now let's look at the whale card. I love this thing so much. Of course, Lyra, of course. This makes me happy. It really does. Because, you know, I get all sorts of energies and readings, and sometimes I have to tell people not so great things, you know. But if anything, Lyra, I hope this gives you hope, and I want you to know that your person is out there, even if it ends up being someone different, you know. Because I think this, in general, this type of energy can still exist with different people, you know, but yeah, just know that it's not hopeless for you. I know we can get into periods of time where it feels like that, especially when we've had relationships that have ended, and as we get older, I know so many people stress about that, but I promise you, your person's out there for you. And there is love out there for you. There's love in this world out there for you. And I say this about friends as well, for anyone who's listening who maybe is looking for friends right now. That too, your people are out there, I promise you. I promise. Trust me, I've had times where I was extremely lonely and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna make friends, but now I have a bunch of lovely friends, you know? But yeah. Okay. Now, for your person, the whale card. I love this card. Very good card. So, the keywords are desire to delve deeper, profound peace, ancient wisdom. The whale represents profound emotional health and stability. Whale personalities are not afraid of emotional expression or traversing difficult terrain, as they have overcome many challenges in their lives. These experiences have enriched them, given them stability, strength, and a depth that is rare. Whale energy is usually linked to the feminine forces of compassion and communication. We can depend on whale personalities when all else seems lost, and trust them to be a beacon in our darkest hour. When in balance, calm, steady, deeply compassionate. When out of balance, heavy, slips into the old story. To bring into balance, regular self-care. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what I was describing earlier with, like, they have this, like, grounding presence, this energy that you can hold on to and provide some stability. I feel like they'll probably be very empathetic and I feel like they'll have a lot of emotional intelligence, which I think is needed, especially for you, Lyra, especially with how loving and sensitive you are, because I'm also quite a sensitive person. I think our personalities are very similar. And yeah, that's why you need someone who knows how to navigate that and nurture that for you. And just to provide that space, you know, even just to have that space. Because sometimes it's not about like, I guess, doing certain things for you. It's more so about providing the space, an opportunity for you, if that makes sense. You know, the environment, the right kind of environment. Thank you for the follow, Art by Moonbow. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a good day today. You can remove me on my right. Thank you for letting me know, Remy. I've been looking, but it's hard to find it. Yeah, I get that, Big the Cat. I get that. But I promise you, you'll figure it out. There's lots of online spaces as well. I know for me, it kind of just happened. Basically, I think Remy and Botan just kind of adopted me. Because I'm very shy, and I feel like Remy and Botan, I think, are more extroverted than me, and so I think they just started introducing me to more people. And I think that's why I have people and met the people and have the friends that I do, because I am a very shy person. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of peace. And I feel like you have so much you can offer this person too, Lyra. I think they're going to really show you, like, you know, they'll probably constantly remind you, like, why they love you and why so many people cherish you and love being around you. And I think that way, hearing those things from them can help you yourself figure out how to start breaking down those internal narratives you've built about yourself, the negative thoughts and feelings and all this that you have been building about yourself internally over the years. I feel like this will help you do that. Help you have the opportunity to see more of that. But you yourself also have to kind of be willing to let that in, you know? But yeah. Okay, let's look at the Ten of Pentacles, which is another beautiful card. This is just such a beautiful reading, Lyra. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles. You know, there's a lot of Pentacles talk about, like, not like money, but mainly the material world, the physical. And I feel like there's also a lot of giving mentioned with Pentacles cards. And I feel like I said, this just makes me think of harmony when there's a time of abundance. And like I said, there's something about environment So I don't know if like you would maybe even be able to move in with this person at some point. Like they might be someone that you're ready to connect with and move into, and like I said, like you guys are creating this space where you can have this abundance in your life where these coins are raining down and things finally feel good, not just internally but physically as well. But I feel like at first it's definitely more of like a emotional thing, or you might even be long distance with them at first. But I think over time you'll be able to build this loving environment. But yes, let me read what the Star Spinner Tarot says for this card. Okay. Yeah, okay. Here's the page, in case you want to pause it. Okay. You have accomplished much and are satisfied with the results. The 10 of Coins speaks to broad contentment and security. You are in a position to share your resources, care for others, and take on new projects. You also find yourself able to take on more responsibility, and you have room to invest in things like leisure time and building relationships that bring you joy and fulfillment. This card suggests abundance and stability. Yeah, this goes back to what I was saying, like you're coming back to those parts of yourself that where you're actually able to give in a healthy way, because I think you do give, but like I said, it's unhealthy when it's coming from nothing and when you're not taking care of yourself first. You know, you need to be your own priority. I mean, I struggle with that too. But yeah, I think it's just this relationship will just allow you that time to connect with that part of yourself, to give the way you want and to live your life the way you've been wanting to for so long. And this makes me very happy to see, because you are more than deserving of that, Lyra. This whole reading, it just feels so sweet, and I even feel your spirit guides. I mean, I don't know what you believe in, you know, you don't have to, you can believe in whatever you want. You don't have to believe, I believe, but in general, your spirit guides, just feel like they're sending you like a big hug, you know. There is hope. Do not give up. I think if anything, I guess at like the very basic level, just don't give up and just keep moving forward. And you will find your way where you're supposed to be, who you're supposed to be with, you know. This love is out there for you, and the time will come. And part of that, like I said, is the best way you can find this person faster when you're ready for them is by loving yourself, giving that love to yourself, giving to yourself, finding some sort of peace or contentment with how you treat yourself. And that energy will start to surround you even more. But yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna end your reading, Lyra. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it helped. I'm wishing you the best. This person, this just sounds so beautiful. I feel like crying. It's just like, I love this energy so much. I love this for you. And I know you will find your person, Lyra. You're more than deserving of this. You got this, okay? Just keep your head up and keep going. Keep moving forward. You're doing great. You're doing amazing. And yeah, you can rewatch anytime with that YouTube timestamp I gave you. Give it down like, oh, thanks for that, Big the Cat. Or you know, I can sing some Phantom for you, Lyra, if you ever need to pick me up. But yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, that was so nice. Like, I genuinely want to cry. I just hope you know how loved you are, Lyra. So many people love you. And you deserve all the love. Ba 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 da 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 da. At night he sang to me, in dreams he came. I was singing that earlier before stream, so I was a little late, because I was like, I'm finally alone in my house again, I have the... I have the time to sing Phantom. Yeah. Thank you guys. Okay. Oh yeah, I do like to sing. Is my echo on? I forgot to check that. Da, 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 da. That voice that calls to me and speaks my name, and now I dream again, for now I find. Oh yay, I'll have to find you later. The phantom of the opera is there inside my mind. Yay! Okay. Brain. We're gonna go on another ad break. I go on ad breaks between readings. If you haven't already joined the freebie queue, you are welcome to join on Twitch by doing !join. If you're on YouTube, you can ask and I'll add you to the queue. Just remember, free readings are chosen randomly. However, if you would like a guaranteed reading during stream today, you are welcome to donate to my Kofi. It is just $12 US. You also get more cards, readings guaranteed, and all that. But yeah. Okay, ads. Bram, 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 bram. Hello. I am back. Remy, aren't you streaming? Remy's still here for the words. Okay, let's see if I can get any. Oh my god, what is this? Oh, I was gonna do elope, Remy. No. Oh. I just wish it showed the words. Okay, give me a second, Yes, we can do your reading now, Violet. Yes. It's okay, Violet, calm down. You don't have to get all rabid. But yes, we can do you next, Violet. Since I chose you earlier and you were having problems, so yeah, let me know what your question is. And if you would like, you can choose from one of my freebie spreads right here. And yeah. And do I dream again? For now I fight. The phantom of the opera is there inside my mind. Is there the phantom of the opera? Is there the phantom of the opera? Whoa. It's like just about in my vocal range. I do struggle a little bit keeping up with like the vibrato, but I'm hoping if I just sing it enough, I'll be better at it. Except like towards the end when she goes even higher, I don't think I can hit those notes. The phantom of the opera. Oh, love and connections B. Okay. Sorry, I was putting away the other cards. That is what you want, what they want. More relationship settled. Yeah. So Violet, if you could let me know what kind of connection we are looking at. Is this a friend? Is this family? Is this a crush? Is this a partner? Is this a future person? Or let me know. Lumberjack. Oh, I didn't know you guys were together. Okay. You want... Awesome. Okay. I swore I told a lot of people. I mean, I think I had thoughts of like... I don't know, that makes sense to me. I don't think you actually like have told me before though. Just put context clues. Yeah, I think I was. I mean, I know you guys have like, you know, talk all the time and stuff. But then again, I don't always like to assume. But yeah, okay. Let me shuffle your cards. We are gonna use this deck because I'm obsessed with the Star Spinner Tarot deck. Really beneficial for like a month. Oh, nice! Awesome. Okay, let us see what messages we got for you. Into the bottom of the opera, into the phantom of the opera. Okay, just Violet. Alright, me. Do we need to know? Okay, and what does okay. And finally, disconnecting heading. Okay. Let's get your timestamp. Wow, I've been streaming for 2 hours already. I feel like that flew by. I feel like it always does when I do tarot. I think after this reading, I will do at least one more free reading for today. Unless someone donates. Donation readings are open the entire stream, even when I close freebies. But we shall see how it goes. Because I have some art commissions I need to work on today. Okay. Let's copy this. Okay, Violet. Your timestamp is 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 5 seconds. So, since I am streaming on both Twitch and YouTube right now, if you ever want to rewatch a reading, you can do so over on my YouTube channel. All my streams save there afterwards, and I usually put the timestamp in the comments below when stream is over. However, I did notice, my YouTube didn't go live. Like, it was still loading for a while, so like the first chunk of stream, I might have to upload separately. on YouTube. So if that's the case, I will put a link in the comments of the live stream on YouTube for those of you who got a reading earlier. Which is crazy because I pressed the go live button for YouTube, but it just like, I guess didn't fully go through, I guess. Like it was like still loading, it was crazy. Anyways. Let me write your timestamp, Violet. Okay. Representing what you are wanting from this connection currently, Violet, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And representing what Jax, your person, is wanting from this connection right now, we got an extra card, and these two came out together, and I felt like it was needed. We have Temperance and the Devil. And representing where this connection is possibly heading, we have the Three of Cups in reverse. Okay. So with this Knight of Pentacles, what I'm seeing for you, Violet, and what you're wanting, I feel like this connection, this relationship feels very worth it to you. I feel like you are wanting to really plant seeds with this person. Like I feel like you are really wanting this to grow into something. Because I almost see it like he's holding up a pentacle, but I was kind of seeing this as seeds. Yeah, I just feel like it's kind of like that energy of you're willing to go through this journey with them and put in the work that it would require. Because the the pages, you know, talk about starting on a new path, starting on that new journey. And the pentacles are about the material world, the material possessions, not just money. Investing in things, you know. And so I feel like you're kind of starting to plant some seeds with this person. And I think you're really, really hoping it grows into something. I think that's where you're at. I think you're kind of like, you kind of feel like you feel like you have found a bit more peace. And you're kind of just like, wow, maybe in past relationships, you thought you were planting seeds with those people and it was the right place, but you realized that that soil wasn't good. That wasn't soil that was going to last. It wasn't seeds that were going to actually grow. But I feel like you feel that with this person, these seeds can actually take root and grow in your life and turn and blossom into something. Which is really sweet to see. Hi Maddie, how are you? I hope you're having a good day. Okay, let's glance at the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So here's the page in case you want to pause it. In the future. The Knight of Coins represents an individual who has garnered a reputation for being reliable. You are meticulous and hardworking, even though you are not especially ambitious. You are good at what you do exactly in your position, and you do not seek opportunities to advance. You value routine at the expense of growth, and you may be a little risk-averse. Yeah, I feel like you do probably look for, especially in a partner, someone who definitely things could last more long-term, or at least right now, like, I think you are starting to view things in a long-term perspective. Like, maybe in the past you've been with people where things were a bit more chaotic or risky, but as this says at the end, you value routine at the expense of growth, and you may be a little risk averse. But I feel like yeah, it's like this, it has this energy of like, it's much more calm and maybe consistent, and it feels better overall, is what I'm seeing. But yeah, that's good, that's good. And now, for your person and what they're wanting from this connection currently, let's look at the Devil and Temperance. I'm curious what it says for this deck, because I don't think I've read those cards yet for this one. Well, let's find the Devil. Okay. And that is upright. So here's the page, in case you want to pause it in the future. It's kind of hard to read, but I'll read out. The Devil is the avatar of compulsion and desire. Though we are inclined to temper our indulgent impulses, it is sometimes healthy to seek an outlet for them. You might take the next opportunity to yield your passions. It could be just what you need. However, the Devil also warns you not to lose yourself in your passions, or they will become your vices. And then let me find the Temperance page as well, because I feel like these need to be read together. That's kind of what I was... Oh, Temperance is before it. Okay. Here's Temperance. Temperance signifies self-discipline and strength of character. As death suggests an ever-changing world, temperance represents the certainty that the most essential parts of ourselves will remain. Despite the challenges and the pain that often accompany change and growth, you may find that your strong personal and interpersonal foundations help keep you grounded. This is so interesting. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of like there's these two energies of like two sides of the same coin. I don't know if like with his energy, I don't know if there's like some internal struggles that they may be having. Or maybe have had with past relationships, because initially that was one of the things I thought of when the Devil came out, is how it's almost like because both of these cards talk or like kind of have imagery of duality. Temperance has balance with cups, two cups. The Devil has like sometimes more toxic energy with like it's between two people. And I don't know if like maybe there's just been like some toxic energy in his past, or even just active things that he's dealing with, and it feels internal. Like I feel like there's probably a lot that is very, very vulnerable to him, and I feel like he might not be very, like, I feel like these are the kinds of things that he would only trust with certain people. it's interesting because I almost feel like I'm like being blocked from receiving certain information just because of how his energy is. And I also believe I'm only ever gonna be told like what is okay for me to know, you know. So if anyone's ever worried about that, like, I kind of intend, you know, to only channel things that are I guess okay with the person, with the person's spirit guides or whatever. But like, yeah, it just feels like this struggle between these two energies, like light and dark. And I feel like it may just be he's really working through getting over this devil energy. And not that this devil energy, the devil isn't always completely like about negatives. Oh, freedom, that was a word I heard when looking at this card. I don't know if maybe in some way he's been kind of constricted in his past, maybe emotionally, with the environment. There's also like, I'm getting like a lot of responsibility. That might be something you guys relate to with each other, is like the responsibilities you both carry in your lives. And I think you guys can understand that and understand certain struggles you've had. And I feel like it's almost like we're working on releasing these chains so that it can kind of like transform this energy into temperance. Temperance is feels a lot more free and balanced and stable. Whereas the devil is, I'm seeing this as more like constrictive energy. Or even parts of himself that he has held back and that he's learning to express. I think he's wanting to be better for this connection. To be the best version of himself that he can be right now for this, because I think he cares a lot. I think he feels deeply. And I think you do too. Okay, now for where this connection is possibly heading, keep in mind, since this is kind of going into the future, anytime I talk about the future, please take it with a grain of salt. The future is always changing, energy is always changing. I could be right, I could be wrong. Okay. Honestly, the first thing that this kind of makes me think of is, as you guys continue to grow and be together, especially if it's a long-term thing, I definitely think it's kind of giving that vibe of like how sometimes married couples get really wrapped up in their life as a married couple. And now this isn't me saying you guys are gonna get married. Obviously that's up to you guys. Like, I don't know, like, what, you know, especially since I know you mentioned you've only been together a month. You know, I'm not saying we have to jump ahead to that, but that's just the comparison that's in my mind of like, I feel like you guys are probably are gonna have a lot of focus towards each other and your connection, and really that's gonna be the priority. And so I think something Spirit's kind of telling you with this is, because like this Three of Cups is the friendship card. So I feel like you guys might not have as much time for certain friends or other connections in your life as you used to. And maybe some of your own friends might notice that as well. And I don't think that always has to be like a super bad thing or anything, you know, that I think that just happens. Like I said, it's kind of like, you know, it's that married couple that are just like really in love and really focused on their connection and in their own life. And I think that's something that you might have to learn to be okay with, or just a challenge you may figure out. And like I said, this is kind of like future energy, so I don't know how soon this is. But at the very least, I think it's telling me that you both are really putting each other as a priority. And I think I think that I see that as a good thing, you know. I will glance at the Three of Cups reversed for this, but I don't know if it's, because that's, you know, I got a very specific meaning for this, and I don't know if this. Okay, I mean, I'll read it, but you know, not everything has to resonate. So, the Three of Cups reversed. The bonds within your social circle are made tenuous by jealousy and insecurity. There is mercenary behavior among people who once had each other's best interests at heart. Gossip and lies undo previously sturdy bonds. Now, okay, that puts it very aggressively. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be that aggressive. I think it's just more so like you might start to grow apart from certain friends and stuff because you're focused on this relationship. And I honestly think that happens in life. And maybe me telling you this might bring you a bit more awareness of like, oh, maybe I should check on some friends more or certain people more, you know? But that is up to you. And I don't like I said, I don't think I like necessarily blame people for doing that or for like, you know, loving their partner and spending a lot of time with them. And I feel like for some people it's you know, it's a very natural thing. And for some people that's kind of, you know, the path they're on in their life. But everyone is different with that stuff, you know. But yeah, I definitely, both of you are very, very, you're trying very hard for this relationship, for this connection. You're trying your best for each other, which is really sweet. I've already seen it already happening. I've been trying to talk to a lot of friends. Yeah. I think that's something you'll have to learn to balance, and figure out, you know. And I think the friends, I think a lot of your friends will be understanding, you know. But obviously it's up to each individual person, but yeah, that might just be something to be aware of, is like, you know, if that's something you really value, Violet, is like, I do still want to, you know, have time for friends. Yeah, just having some more awareness about that. Because people really care about you and really like having you around, you know. But yeah, just remember you don't have to be perfect. You know, you guys are just two humans, two people, both within the context of this relationship and, you know, the friend thing as I'm talking about. You know, don't put too much pressure, you know. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. I believe that. But yeah, okay. I think that's where I'm gonna end your reading, Violet. I hope that resonated. I hope you like that. At the very least, I hope you liked listening to me yap. And you can rewatch anytime on my YouTube channel. I love having my friends around. Like you, yeah. I mean, I love hanging out with you too, Violet. I do miss hanging out with you. I do. You're very lovely to be around. Hi, Dragon Wolfen. How are you? I hope you're having a good day. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. I think we are going to do one more free reading. Unless someone donates, then they might, that spot might go to them. Donation readings are open the entire stream. But yeah, we will choose the next free reading after I go on a quick ad break. I do ads between readings. !join on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, you can ask and I'll add you. If you want a guaranteed reading, you're welcome to donate to my Kofi. You get more cards and your reading's guaranteed. doing not bad. I'm just, oh, nice. Make sure you rest, drink some water. But yes, okay. I will see you guys after the ads. Oh yeah, thank you for leaving, Violet. I forgot to do that. Okay, I'm back. Ooh. Can I words any of these words? I don't think it's gonna work. Yay, got one. What do you mean that doesn't work? Steal? That's crazy. I swear that's a word. What? Wait, why did it work for Nyx? Excuse me? Excuse me? Wait, that's crazy. I'm upset. What? Excuse me? You guys saw that too, right? You're just that's crazy. That's crazy. Do you even read books? Do you even read books, Nyx? Cause I read. You do? Okay, well. Okay. I don't know if I can read. I mean, you're doing great for not sure if you can read. Yet you're here in the chat. Yeah, I do know it's spelled with an extra E, but there was not 3 E's. Okay. We are gonna pick the next freebie. Since I don't think anyone donated, right? While I was gone? No, okay. Alrighty. Who's gonna be the final freebie for today? We shall see. Okay, hold on. It's taking a minute. Yeah, okay. Okay, we could do you next, and especially since I think I did choose you earlier, but you were gone for a minute. So Nyx, let me know what your question is, what kind of reading you're wanting. And if you would like, you could choose from one of my freebie spreads right here. But no worries if you have something specific or whatever, we can figure it out. Yeah, that's okay. And just so you know, even though the freebie queue is now closed, anyone is still welcome to donate if you're still wanting a reading, if you're still able to. You're welcome to donate to my Kofi throughout the whole stream. Donation readings are open the entire stream. So yeah. Advice on mini thoughts and dealing. Okay. I can do that for you. Let me put these cards away. And though you glance away. Alright, let me write you down and shuffle your cards. General B. Shall get some advice for you, Nix. What does Nix need to know? Dealing with those negative thoughts. Give me poop and a fairy wink wonk. I'll do that for you in just a moment. Here's your fairy wink wonk, Nix. And here is your Biwi boop. Biwi! Wah, 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 wah. Here's your boops. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Wah, 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 wah. I really want to get seasonal outfits for Biwi. Yes, Supreme Cult Leader Biwi. You just reminded me, if anyone wants to join the Biwi cult, you're welcome to join my Discord server. That's not what the Discord server is about. We just have a Biwi cult section because some of my friends just started buying Biwis as well. And now Biwi is a cult leader. As that goes, you know. But yeah, if anyone wants to join my Discord server, the link's there in the chat. That's where you can get the best updates about me when I'm streaming and look at other stuff I'm working on, and yeah. Okay. Let's pull your cards. Me and Dewey are devout followers of Supreme Cult Leader Dewey. Yes, thank you, thanks, thank you. Your allegiance is appreciated. Okay, let's pull your cards. What do we have for your situation? Ruthlessness is mercy upon our side. Interesting that just came in my mind. Okay, obstacle. And then your advice card. This one's taking a minute to shuffle out. Ah. Okay. Let's get your timestamp. So, Nyx, your timestamp is 2 hours, 43 minutes, and 1 second. So, since I am streaming on both Twitch and YouTube, if you ever want to rewatch your reading, you can do so over on my YouTube channel. All my streams save there afterwards, and I usually put the timestamp in the comments below when stream is over. So, let me sip some water. I've been drinking a lot of water. For your situation card. Oh, I'll have to, let me check. Gosh darn it, it's the Roman numeral again. Hold on. We have the something of cups. Let me find it. Unless you can read Roman numerals and want to tell me by the time I look for this. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 of cups. Okay. For your situation card. For your obstacle card, we have the 6 of Pentacles, I believe. I know, I need to learn instead of just looking it up. And for your advice card, we have the Devil. This has been a theme today, it seems. I'm noticing how these are all different colors. In my defense, I can't see the numerals. Ah. Okay. Yeah, I feel like a lot of these are straightforward. So, with this 4 of Cups, this is energy of sitting there, pondering your feelings, your emotions, having a lot of thoughts, which makes sense with the question you asked, right? And I feel like you're almost spending maybe too much time in your head. Instead of actually moving through the emotions and moving through just your life in general. Because, you know, this is a mermaid sitting on a rock. The mermaid belongs in the water, right? Swimming in the water, going and doing, but she's just sitting there thinking in her head. Just staring at all these emotions and all these things rather than actually moving and doing other things and progressing in her life. And now obviously it's important to ponder, to reflect, but I think in this case for you it's there's not a balance and you are... Yeah, I just heard in my head the word lonely. I think loneliness can especially feed into those thoughts, those negative things in your head. And I think one of the best things you can do is, like I said, is to just do things. Do things rather than just sit there. It's kind of like that thing of like, I know sometimes, or, okay, for me as an example, in the past, my mental health used to be so much worse. I used to, you know, be very depressed, and I'm still anxious, but like, you know, my anxiety and stuff was, I just was not feeling good on the daily. And sometimes I had like people who would push me to go on walks or just do certain things and connect with others. And that, even though it didn't fix the problem as a whole, it still helped. It helped rejuvenate me and have a moment of peace, of feeling better. And I noticed, you know, the more I am just doing things with others, connecting with others, and going out, and instead of just spending all this time in my head, overall it helps me feel better. And so I think that's some initial first advice, is to keep connecting with others in this Nyx, because that is how, that's one way, I guess, to kind of deal with those thoughts, is realizing there is so much more to the world than just those thoughts in your head, and that you are so much more than that, and that spending time with good people will show you that you're worth more than whatever those thoughts are saying, you know? Now with the obstacle with the 6 of Pentacles. Let me read this page. Okay. Okay, so you want to pause it in the future. The 6 of Coins suggests the sharing of wealth and putting your money where your mouth is. Resources are exchanged to benefit the greater good, and kindness is rewarded. Money is bequeathed in a manner that is motivated by generosity instead of profit. You are experiencing a moment wherein wealth is leveraged for positive ends. This is the card of philanthropy. Okay, I'm getting a specific imagery or message of like, I don't know, I'm getting this specific message of like, I'm imagining there's like a table of people, of friends, and it's kind of like there's a spot for you at that table, and it's your choice whether you are just going to stand in the corner, or are you going to actually walk up and sit with those people at the table and be present with them? Because if you're standing there in the corner, of course you're just alone with your thoughts and alone with yourself, and sometimes to combat that, at least right now, is by going and sitting at the table and engaging in those moments, engaging in those conversations. And I think you're already trying your best to do that, but continue to do that. Because I think choosing to go and sit at that table rather than stand in the corner will help a lot with easing those thoughts. Obviously, like I said, it's more of like a in the moment being present thing, and it's never gonna completely like, well, it depends. It's not like gonna solve all your problems, but it helps you live with them, especially until you can grow and figure out other solutions, right? And so I think this is very much advice for you right now. What if the people at the table is that family at the family reunion, don't want to sit with them. Then find a different table. Put your energy towards a table that you do want to sit at. Because I was seeing that as like being present. Like this is a table that it's people that you want to be there. And maybe sometimes you don't feel worthy, or especially in your past, you have probably had struggles in relationships where you didn't really feel worthy, and you probably still deal with that. And that'll help you feel worthy is by choosing and just going and taking that chance and sitting with those people, and that will actually help. That will help your thoughts like that over time, because you're exposing yourself to the fact that like, oh, I do belong here. I deserve to take up space. I deserve good friends. I deserve kindness towards myself. It's like I just heard it's like exposure therapy, you know, like you have to actively choose to put your energy towards that instead of putting all your energy towards those thoughts. That's what I'm seeing. And obviously that's your obstacle, so that's, you know, you're struggling with that right now, and you're learning how to do that. Keep going. And yeah, I guess you could say it's distraction, but like I was saying, it's like energy towards you just need to learn where to put your energy. Choose where to put your energy. Because that's something I've had to learn. Because your energy is very precious. And it'll help a lot. And now with your advice card. Advice card with the devil. I've been getting better at that, making effort to hang out with people I really want to. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, that's what I was saying with you choosing to go sit at that table. That's you choosing to go sit at the table instead of just waiting. Because the truth is, when people, like, you know, you're standing in the corner, like, it's not that people don't want you there, it's just that, like, it's almost like you're hiding yourself away, or, you know, you gotta make people aware that you want to hang out and that you want to spend time with them. And I think you're starting to see, like, oh, if I ask, if I just try, if I just go sit at the table, people will welcome me, you know? It's not as bad as I thought. Yeah, with this devil, with this advice, I think you're learning to live more freely. You're learning to move past these constrictions that are in your mind. You need to remember that these are just thoughts, and these thoughts can't hurt you. You have the power. I know sometimes it can feel like a lot, but you are the one in control, Nyx. Like I said, your thoughts can't hurt you. You don't always have to listen to them. And that's why it's so important for you to actually stand up and move and go towards that table. That's why it's important for you to take action, to physically be present in the world. Even if that's like virtually online sometimes, like you doing that is fighting those thoughts. Even just you being happy and having a good time with friends is fighting those thoughts, okay? That is how you get through this. Is by doing. Spending time with your friends. Go sitting at the table. Because you're proving to your thoughts that you are stronger than that. And that you are capable and are deserving of love, you know? I used to just be there because I was really shy and thought, oh, I'm not special, I'm just a viewer. They are okay to let me. Yeah. I understand that completely, Nyx. I understand that. I was the same way. I'm still kind of like that sometimes, you know? But I think especially with streaming has helped me a lot. It has helped me realize it's okay for me to take up space. It's okay for me to participate, you know? It's okay for me to actually be the one living life instead of just being the one in the corner standing there. Because I can relate to you very deeply with that. But yeah, you deserve to take up space, Nyx. And that's how you deal with those thoughts, is by showing them, proving those thoughts wrong. Every time you have a good moment with your friends, just know that you're proving those thoughts wrong, okay? And to really focus on that and put your energy towards that. So yeah. I think that's where I'm going to end your reading, Nyx. I really hope this resonated and I hope it helped you. I'm wishing you the very best. You got this. You're doing amazing. Just keep going, okay? And yeah, if you ever want to rewatch this, you can do so anytime over on my YouTube channel. Okay. So, that was the last freebie we will be doing today. If anyone wants to do any last minute donation readings, you are welcome to. We are going to go on an ad break, so during that time, if you would like, you can donate to my Kofi for a reading, if you're still wanting one, if you're able to. Otherwise, I will be live again with another tarot stream on Monday. You can join my Discord for updates. I will be live probably this week for the Root TTRPG on Thursday as well. But yeah, I usually do tarot streams on Mondays. And you can stay updated with that Discord link in the chat. But yes, go donate now. Now's the time if you're wanting any last minute donation readings. If not, that's okay. I would appreciate it though if you guys stayed after the ads. If we aren't doing a reading for the raid, because we will go raid someone. It would mean a lot to me if you stuck around for that. You don't have to stay and watch the person if you don't want to. But yeah, it'd mean a lot if you stayed around for a minute. But yeah, we shall see whether or not we'll do a reading after the ads. I will see you all in a couple minutes. Wow. Okay. I'll wait till this one ends in like a few seconds. Okay. Welcome back. Okay, like last call for any donation readings coming through. But if not, then we are gonna raid out to someone. I think I know who we're gonna try and raid. So the first, copy the first message if you're subscribed, copy the second one if you're just a follower. But yeah, it would mean a lot to me if you guys stuck around for the raid, copy the message and all that. You don't have to stay if you don't want, but yeah, copy the message. And I think we are gonna do, let's see, let me double check. I've been streaming for 3 hours. I'm a little tired. Let me go to my following. Hi, Big Austin. Oh, sorry, my model's not moving right now because I'm looking for someone to raid right now on my phone. Hi, hello. I hope you're doing well. I actually am just about to raid out to someone, but no worries. I'm gonna be doing more tarot readings next Monday. Oh, and once again, if anyone wants to join my Discord server, if you haven't already, you can join. You can get updates about when I'm streaming, and also, like, I have art commissions and stuff open right now. So yeah. But I'm looking for someone to raid. So give me a moment. I think there's a few people I know who are live. Okay, yeah, we are gonna raid. Let me make sure I got the name right. I think we're gonna raid Lost. So, my friend Lost. So yes, copy this first message if you're a subscriber. If you're a follower, copy this second one. But yeah, thank you all for joining me today. It'd mean a lot if you stuck around for the raid. I think we had some good readings today. I'm excited. I will check, and I might re-upload this VOD to YouTube because the YouTube live was not live the whole time, which did not know that, but that's okay. I will figure it out. But I will see you all either Wednesday, but for sure on Thursday, for the Root TTRPG. And yeah, take care of yourselves, rest, drink water, eat food, go do the things, go to the bathroom. And yeah, I love you all very, very much. Thank you for joining me today. Bye-bye!